Hi, this is Mike from 2 Minute Video Guys, 2mvg.com. Mike sells live on TikTok or Mr. Video Email. We're going to go over a few styles of mics, specifically for my content creators, my UGC fam, and even my regular business content creators. So there's several kinds of mics you can get. We're going to start with the content creation mics. The lowest possible amount of money you could spend is on these little tiny microphones. These are powered. They're battery, USB battery inside. And these are the TikTok mics. They are technically unidirectional, meaning they will work for sound coming to one direction, which is why you see people using it as a reporter mic, that's holding it right there. It's technically supposed to, it's supposed to be a lavalier mic where you can just clip it on and your voice will stay within a small triangle. But everybody uses these. These can be purchased for anywhere. I've seen them as low as $2.98 up to $30. What's great about these, they're the USB-C, and then it becomes a dual mic. Now, as far as longevity, I would say no more than a half hour. Some people get more, but if you're leaving on both receivers, both transmitters on, I would do about a half hour of content creation, then charge them up. This is the USB-C. This will work in PC, Mac, and iPhone 15 or newer, any Android device. This also has the jumper here, so you can actually still charge your phone while this is plugged in. So the whole time you can actually have the phone on the charger while you're still using the mics. So again, this is the easiest way to get into content creation as far as mics are concerned. The next style of mic, these are dynamic mics. This is the one I'm using now. This is the sound that you're hearing, but this requires a mixer. You need a powered mixer to use these, whether it be on the PC, phone, laptop. You're going to need several hundred more dollars to use these. This is the classic Shure 55, aka the Elvis mic. It's been the same dynamic mic since about the 40s. The look is exactly the same. The only thing new is actually not much. So it's pretty much the same except for the fonts and a little bit of upgraded technology. But again, it's been that same dynamic mic since about the 1940s. Not much has changed. This is your other style of singing and DJ mic. These are what's called omnidirectional or unidirectional. Now, a unidirectional, which is your typical DJ mic, that means you need to hold it close. We recommend holding it right to your chin, or if you want to tuck your elbow in, you'll have nice, consistent, clean sound. And these are the ones you'll see your normal church reporters interview. These also will require a mixer or some kind of adapters to work. These are powered. So again, lifters or your powered mixer, then you can use these for content creation, your man on the street podcast. But again, these are unidirectional, so they will sound good while they're in front of you, and you won't get so much background noise. My personal favorite, Rode, we have a lot of Rode here. These are the Rode Wireless Go's. This was at the time the smallest wireless mic in the world. So what happens here is these can be used for lavalier mics because they just clip right on. They can be used as handheld mics. They could also be used as shotgun mics. If you have a camera, you can put it on as long as you're within, I'd say about 10 feet. These work really well. These do pick up, again, I would say these are omnidirectional because it does pick up a good triangle of sound and they will pick up some background noise. But again, if you're holding it close to you, it'll sound good. These will have the attachment, so you can actually put a wired lavalier, which will clean it up and it'll just stay right on your collar or under your shirt. So these are really versatile. When you're doing reporter, these are just holders. This comes with your standard cold shoe mount. So with the cold shoe mount, you get these microphone holders right into the cold shoe mount. Put your pop filter, which will give it that extra buttery sound. And now you can do your interviews, your person on the street. You can go back and forth with that. And the fun part with the holders is even if you have the cheap TikTok mics, you can just clip those right on. And same thing, put that right over the little USB-C mics, and you can still have your two-person reporter. So these are, again, the internet style mics for your content creation. These are the dynamic mics. This is what's called condenser mic. We're going to start with the condenser mic. This is a shotgun condenser by Rode. This is the NTG series. What you have there is a headphone jack, so you can actually make this a full recording studio. Put this on your phone, put this on a camera, SLR, pretty much anything that'll take a headphone in, you can use it as a microphone, but it also has USB-C. So I can turn this into a USB-C condenser mic. I can do a desk style mic. You can use these for professional podcasting. It'll take it on Mac, PC, or phone. Once you're using that for the USB on the phone. You can take the headphones and have a separate headphone jack and you can monitor your audio. This has the volume and a lot of high pass filters, left, right, backup audio. So this is why these start getting in that 200 to 400 range. And this is one of the ones I always recommend. Again, if you have some budget, I recommend some kind of a condenser shotgun mic. Rode's always been my favorite name brand. I'm going to show you another company, which is Movo. They have some budget options that are in that 30 to 200 range. But going back to condenser mic, this is another one. This is a Mayo or a Movo mic. These are condenser USB, USB-A to USB-B, the same ones that the printers take. So you just plug those right in and you'll have nice, clean podcast style audio. With these, there's always a sweet spot. So sometimes people have the old blue mics and they use them wrong. So you have to find out where the sweet spot is on the mic. Mine happens to be right here. Some of them, it's actually on the top, but figure out what side you sound the best on, adjust it to your desk, and you want to be about 8 inches away, and it'll sound super clean, nice, deep, buttery audio, that radio style, podcast style, from an inexpensive USB condenser mic. So if you're looking for YouTube style videos, highly recommend the condenser mics. I like the desk style. Again, this is the guard, so it doesn't get the noise, and it'll keep it from bouncing around and hearing those pops. Some people like the desk with the boom arm. You can use those as well. But again, if you are going YouTube style, tutorial style, condenser mic is absolutely the way to go. These are good for your UGC skits. Again, my favorite, this is a dynamic, but again, you're going to need several $100s more to get the mixers, all the wires and adapters. And the fun things you can do to up the game, you get a microphone holder that comes with the flag and the pop filter, and you are ready to do UGC audio. So let's just show you a quick website here. This is Movo, movophoto.com. This is the VXR10 Pro. This is equivalent to the Video Micro from Rode. These are about $50 as opposed to over 100 with Rode. This is equivalent to your DJI mics. This is a Duo brand. So again, if you have only about $100 to spend, Movo's pretty good on a lot of these mics. And even if you just get the lavalier kits for the mics you currently have, that'll clean it up. Now this double mic, this is fun if you have specifically a rig for the cell phone and you want to do two-person interviews, or if you are doing a walking and talking video, but the camera is facing your environment, the mic will actually be towards you and toward the subject. So that's where this double mic comes in, because it's a microphone on both sides without needing two mics. This is good for close range. Again, maybe 5 to 10 feet away, but no more than that. This is the equivalent to those desk mics like the Yeti, the Blue series from Yeti. So the Yeti series from Blue. But this is my recommendation for low budget. And what you'll also have is the USB sound card by Movo. So if you have an Android device, laptop, or a newer iPhone, you're going to plug this into the USB-C. And what that's going to give you is a headphone jack and a microphone jack. So then you can put your microphone jack in, and you could use the Rode Wireless Goes or any other mic that takes the headphone. So plug that right in. And now you have your mic ready to go. Plus you'll have the headphone jack to listen and your electronic suction cup pop holder, pop socket. And now we have a mobile studio ready to go. So that is your mic check. Again, the type of mics they have, this is dynamic, Shure. Again, several $100s extra stuff if you want to use something like this. USB condenser mic. These range in that 20 to 50 range. This is the Wireless Go from Rode. These are again in the 200 to 400 range, depending which model you get. And my favorite, the NTG series from Rode. Shotgun mic, shotgun condenser. This is the most versatile. I recommend if you're going to be a little more serious in content creation, get this, because you'll be able to do, again, your skits, multi-people, and then when you're doing your post edits, you can actually correct the audio, bump it up if need be. But again, this is the one I'm going to recommend you start with if you have some budget, because it'll take care of multi-mics. Now, if you're doing UGC, some of them say no visible mics, meaning they don't want to see the big box on you. Like, they don't want to see this, and they definitely don't want you holding the little mic. So this is where the shotgun comes in, especially if you're in the kitchen and you have to move around. As long as you're talking toward this microphone, you'll have really good audio. So that is your little microphone overview for today. Thanks for watching.